Your production AI bill last month could have been $340. Not 4 figures, not 5, 3 digits total. If you run a chatbot, a support classifier, an extraction pipeline, or any repeatable AI workflow inside your business right now, you are paying somewhere between 89 and 107 times what your smartest competitor is about to pay for the same job. And the model that made the gap real went live this week. I ran the numbers on my own stack this morning. Here is what I found. The story is DeepSeek V4-Flash. Chinese lab, brand new release. Priced so aggressively it makes GPT-5. 5 look like a luxury sedan next to a bus fare. I am going to open the pricing page, run a real classifier live against Claude Opus 5, do the cost math on the terminal in front of you, and hand you the exact 48-hour test I use before I move a client. Stick around for the last segment. Nobody is telling business owners what actually breaks. First, the number that matters. Open deepseek.ai/pricing in another tab. Look at the V4-Flash row, 14 cents per million input tokens, 28 cents per million output tokens. Stick a price, done. Scroll down to the comparison table, GPT-5, 5 output token, $30 per million. Claude Opus 4.8 output token, $25 per million. Same unit, same job. One output token from V4-Flash costs 107 times less than the OpenAI equivalent, 89 times less than Anthropic. Pause the video, check it yourself. I will wait. Second thing, the caching. Every DeepSeek call automatically caches your prompt prefix. If your system prompt is stable, and every production chatbot on Earth has a stable system prompt, the second call drops from 14 cents per million on input to 0.2 cents per million. 88% discount, automatic, no code change, no cache_control block, no headers, ship the prompt, get the discount, forever. Third, the price cut is permanent. V4 Pro fell 75% back in May and never bounced. The old model names, DeepSeek Chat and DeepSeek Reasoner, got retired on the 24th of July at 3 in the afternoon. Gone. Rooted nowhere. If your agency is still pointing at those names, your traffic is falling on the floor as I am recording this, and they have not told you yet. Right, on to the proof. Watch my terminal. I have a 5-ticket support classifier already wired up against Claude Opus 5. Real tickets, charged twice for July, app crashes opening reports, cancel and refund me, please add dark mode, login button dead on Safari, Claude runs it. 16 output tokens back, billing, technical, refund, feature, technical, perfect labels. And it cost me real money on every single call. Now the cost math. 10 million input tokens a day, 5 million output tokens a day, 80% cache hit ratio because a support classifier system prompt never changes. V4-Flash $1.70 a day, $51 a month, Claude Opus 4.8 on the same volume, $175 a day, $5,250 a month, GPT-5. 5, $200 a day, $6,000 a month, monthly saving versus Opus, $5,199, off one classifier, off one workflow, inside one small business, $5,000 a month, a junior hire, your Meta Ads test budget for the quarter. The difference between a marketing agency retainer that pays for itself and one that quietly eats your margin. And I ran the math with conservative numbers. The real cache hit rate on a stable chatbot is closer to 90%, which drops the bill to around $40 a month for the same volume, same job, same output, almost free.
Who just lost?
Every agency charging a small business a monthly retainer built on top of GPT-4 Class API bills. The margin between what OpenAI charged them and what they charged you just collapsed. Every SaaS founder whose pricing model assumed AI costs would drop slowly, 10%, 20% a year, giving them time to raise prices in step. Nope, floor fell out overnight. Every incumbent who told their board, quote, AI features cost us 15 cents per user per month, unquote, and priced their tier accordingly. Their new competitor is running the same feature at less than a cent per user per month, can undercut them to 0 on the free tier, and still print money. Who wins? You. The small operator who has no legacy contract, no procurement department, no compliance queue blocking a model swap for 6 weeks. You can change providers on Monday morning, your enterprise competitor cannot. The gap between how fast you can move and how fast they can move is the whole game right now. Every week you wait, they get closer to noticing. Every week you move, you compound the lead. AI power just kept sliding from the big company to the little guy, and the window is measured in weeks, not quarters. If you have been telling yourself the frontier will come to you eventually, it already did. It went live on a Chinese pricing page while your competition was checking Slack. Now, before you go rip Claude out of production on a Tuesday morning, 4 catches you have to know about. Number 1, data residency. DeepSeek is a Chinese company. A PI traffic hits their infrastructure. If you handle regulated data, healthcare records, financial transactions, EU personal data under GDPR, US federal contracts, do not send it. Full stop. Not a preference, a legal wall. Ask your lawyer before you write a single line of migration code. Number 2, refusal patterns and tool call reliability. Flash is not a drop-in replacement for every prompt in your stack. Complex tool schemas, aggressive function call chaining, long agentic workflows, they break in weird ways on cheaper models. Test on your own traffic. Do not trust benchmark tables, do not trust me, grade the actual output. Number 3, the peak hour surcharge. DeepSeek announced in June that rates would double during 2 daily windows, UTC 1 in the morning to 4 and 6 in the morning to 10. As of the 25th of July, it is not switched on, but when it activates, your batch jobs need to move to UTC 4 to 6 or 10 to 1 in the afternoon or overnight for European teams. Otherwise, your bill doubles quietly. Number 4, hard concurrency ceilings. 2,500 in-flight requests on Flash, 500 on Pro. No requests per minute cap, no tokens per minute cap. Your developer needs to design for queue depth, not rate limits. A different scaling problem, and one most stacks get wrong on the first try. Here is the 48-hour test I run before I move any client. Hour 1, pick the safest workload in the stack. Classification, extraction, summarization, boilerplate customer replies. Not agents, not code generation, not anything with a toolchain longer than 1 step. Hour 2, mirror 1% of your live production traffic to V4-Flash in parallel with the incumbent. Do not switch, log both. Hours 3 to 24, sample 200 paired outputs and grade them side by side. Not on vibes. Use the same QA rubric your team uses today. Hours 25 to 48, if quality holds within 5% of Claude or GPT on that rubric, ramp the mirror to 10%, then 50, then 100. If it does not hold, leave that workload on the incumbent and test the next candidate. Some jobs will move, some will not. The ones that do free up 4 and 5 figures a month per workflow forever. Open deepseek.ai/pricing yourself right now. Look at the V4-Flash output cell, 28 cents. Then look at the comparison row underneath, $30 for GPT-5, same unit. The gap is the proof, not me telling you. The whole play, right there. Not a benchmark video, not a viral reaction. Just the operator work that turns a headline into a smaller invoice at the end of the month. If you do not run this test in the next 2 weeks, one of your competitors will. And their price to serve you drops while yours does not. Quick one before I go. If this saved you money or a headache, hit subscribe. I do these breakdowns whenever the pricing map shifts, which right now is roughly every couple of weeks. Everything I walked through, the 48-hour test rubric, the spreadsheet that plugs your token volume into DeepSeek and OpenAI rate cards side by side, the prefix cache prompt templates I use to hit 90% hit rates on production chatbots, all of it lives inside the Church of SEO Jesus. It is my free school community for operators, no paywall, no upsell, link is in the description and pinned to the top comment. Get in before you touch your production stack this week. Next up, I am pulling apart the second order effect nobody is talking about. What happens to prompt engineering agencies when the model gets 10 times cheaper every 6 months? See you there.